Lily Anderson wiped the small round table for the 5th time, even though it was already spotless. She wasn't doing it because it needed cleaning, she just needed something to keep her hands busy. The dinner rush at Riverside Diner had ended, and the place was unusually silent. Only the faint clinking of dishes in the back kitchen and the soft hum of the coffee machine filled the air. At 27, Lily's life looked very different from what she had once dreamed of. 10 years ago, she imagined graduating college, getting a good job, taking care of her sick mother, and eventually building the calm life she always longed for. But reality had been harsher than her dreams. Her mother needed constant medical care, and every bill was a mountain Lily climbed alone. Her father left years ago, and Lily never heard from him again. That night, tired down to her bones, she glanced through the glass door and whispered to herself, "I hope tomorrow is kinder." But she had no idea that tomorrow wasn't just kinder, it was life-changing. When the bell above the door jingled, Lily looked up automatically. A tall man stepped inside, shaking off the cold. He looked around, slightly lost, wearing a navy coat and carrying a laptop bag. He didn't look like the usual late-night customers, the truck drivers, students, or lonely wanderers. "Welcome," Lily said, forcing a smile. "Just one?" "Yeah, just me," he replied, smiling gently. "Long day?" She nodded, showing him to a booth by the window. "Coffee? Please. The strongest you've got." She returned moments later with a steaming cup. He took a sip and let out a relieved breath. "What's your name?" he asked politely. "Lily." "Well, Lily, thanks for the rescue," he laughed lightly. "This place might be the only diner still open." "It pays the bills, barely," she joked weakly. He looked at her, sensing something in her voice. "Rough night?" She shrugged. "Rough year." She didn't mean to say it, but the words slipped out. Maybe it was exhaustion. Maybe it was loneliness. Maybe it was that he looked safe enough to talk to for just 1 second. The man didn't pry, he simply nodded and smiled with genuine warmth. "Those end eventually. I hope yours does too." After that, he opened his laptop, busy with whatever work he had. Lily returned to cleaning, refilling his coffee now and then, barely noticing how late it had gotten. When he stood up to leave, Lily thanked him politely, expecting nothing more. But then something strange happened. He hesitated. He looked at her with a thoughtful expression, as if debating something deeply. Finally he spoke. "You know, sometimes people deserve help even if they never ask for it." She blinked, confused. "Sorry? I overheard a little earlier," he said gently. "About your mom, the bills, the long shifts. You're doing your best. That's not nothing." Lily felt embarrassment burn in her cheeks. I didn't mean to." "It's okay." His voice was soft, understanding. "Can I ask something?" "Sure. Would you accept help, even if it came from a stranger?" Lily froze. No one asked her things like that. People pitied her, judged her, or ignored her, but no one offered help. "I don't want charity," she whispered. "And I'm not offering it," he said simply. "I'm offering an opportunity." She stared at him, unsure. He slipped a sleek business card onto the table. "Ethan Miller, President, Miller Tech Solutions." Lily's heart nearly stopped. He continued, "I run community outreach programs. Job training. Scholarships. Assistance for families going through difficult times. We help people restart their lives, people who deserve it." Lily blinked fast, tears threatening. "Why me?" "Because you showed kindness even when you were exhausted," he said. "Because you treat people with respect. Because you didn't complain, you simply pushed through. Good character is rare, Lily. And people like you deserve a chance." For a moment, she couldn't speak. Her throat tightened painfully. Ethan smiled softly. Come by the office tomorrow at 10. No pressure. Just a conversation. But I think, this could be the moment that changes everything. He left. The bell chimed. The door closed. And Lily stood frozen, her hands trembling, staring at the card as if it were glowing. The moment she reached the back room, she collapsed onto a chair and cried. Not the painful kind of crying she'd been doing for years, this was different. It was relief. Hope. A breath she didn't realize she'd been holding for so long. The next morning, she walked into Miller Tech wearing her only clean blouse. Ethan greeted her warmly, walked her through the programs, and introduced her to a team that instantly made her feel seen, valued, for the first time in years. Within weeks, Lily was enrolled in a training course. Within months, she had a full-time administrative position. She could finally afford her mother's care without fear. She had stability. Confidence. A future. And one evening, as she stood outside with her mother, watching the sunset from their small but comfortable apartment balcony, her mom squeezed her hand. You've always deserved good things, sweetheart, she whispered. The world just finally noticed. Lily smiled, tears gathering again, but this time, tears of pride. Her life hadn't changed because of magic. It changed because she kept going, and because one unexpected moment opened a door she never dreamed she could walk through.